So, last class period, we talked about percentages, and we introduced you to two things. Percentage increase, which is the amount over, percentage increase is an amount over one. Y'all can talk even though you're on video here. Percentage decrease is an amount what? Under one. Okay? Today we're going to start getting into the nuts and bolts of the mathematics of money lesson, all right, or unit. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is two things: income and debt. All right, income and debt. Pretty much simple. Income is money earned. Income is any money that is earned. And basically you learn or you earn money through employment, or you earn money through an investment. Okay? So income is money earned through employment, i.e. your work that you have, or it's money that's earned through an investment, retirement fund, okay, 401k. Now, debt. Debt is money what? Owed. All right, is money owed or due. Okay? Now, in the video that we watched, where the young lady with the infant child was struggling because of the college loans, she got to a point where her debt was more than her what? Income. Listen, people, the whole key to mathematics of money unit and the rest of your life is to make sure that your income exceeds your debt. Every month, every year, you want your income to exceed your debt. If not, you're going to get in a world of hurt. Okay? Everybody understand that? Now, income, money that you earn through your work, but more importantly, through your investments, and debt that is money owed, depends on something called an APR. APR. All right, James, you should be the spectacular student here. APR is what? Annual percentage rate. All right? Annual percentage rate. APR. You're going to hear it for the rest of your life. APR. Okay? Now, it's the annual percentage rate for two things. It's annual percentage rate for borrowing, which is debt, or earned through some type of investment. Okay? And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be an 401k, which is a retirement fund. It could be a 529, which is a what? College fund. Okay? So APR is the annual percentage rate for borrowing or earning. Okay? Now, let's think about APRs for a minute. As I talked to you all last week, when you go off to college or whether you get a job, you're going to have leeches instantly, all after you. And they're going to be coming after you and your money. Okay? What's the number one leeches you're going to see coming after you?
Credit cards.
Credit cards. You're going to have people, credit card companies are going to be hitting you up. You off to college, you open up your student mailbox, there's going to be 3 credit card applications. And they're going to say, Charlotte, you're approved for a $5,000 Visa. Or you, Christine, are approved for a $1,250 Discover card. Ryan, the Mac Daddy himself, is approved for a $500 MasterCard. Put you low on the totem pole there. But you all, I'm telling you, they're gonna hit you up because you're an easy target. Now, I'm not telling you you're gonna go through life without a credit card. We all have credit cards. Not everybody, but the majority of people have credit cards. You know, I have a USAA because I'm in the military. I also have a Cabela's visa. Okay? That way I can earn points and get free hunting and fishing gear. Okay? But when you borrow money, whether it be using a credit card or whether it's a loan, when you borrow money, you want to borrow at a what? Low APR. You want to get the best APR that you can when you borrow money. You want a low APR. When you earn money, you want to earn it at the, not lowest APR, but at the highest APR that you can get.
When you buy something with a credit card, how do you pay it off within the grace period? Do you have to call the credit card company and tell them to like take it out of your bank account?
Well, no, they're going to send you a monthly bill.
So they send you the monthly bill and then you just pay it before.
You pay it off, hopefully. Or you get like people that don't pay it off, and if you don't pay it off, the credit card earns what? Interest.
What about having them take it directly out of your bank account?
No.
That'd just be.
No, you have to like mail a check.
Well, what you have to do is, no, you don't have to mail it. You can set up like I do. Like I have something called electronic bill pay. So you go through your bank, like through my USAA bank checking account, I electronically can pay my bills and they'll wire transfer the money into whatever I'm paying, like whether it's my mortgage, my car loan, or my truck loan, or my credit card.
So you just get the bill and then you wire it?
Right, I mean, it's up to you to do that. I mean,
okay.
The credit card is not gonna hold your hand, and, it's your responsibility. You're a grown-up man to use a credit card, you better be a grown-up man to be able to learn how to pay the bill, okay? All right, so again, APR, when you borrow money, you wanna borrow it at the lowest APR. When you invest, you wanna invest at the highest APR, all right? Now, APR is annual percentage rate. Next term I want to talk about, periodic interest rate. The periodic interest rate. Now, the periodic interest rate, which we're going to use lowercase p, is equal to the APR divided by the number of times it's compounded. The periodic interest rate, and when you get a credit card bill, they will have the periodic interest rate in there. In your bill, you flip it over and you'll see this was the periodic interest rate for this month. Okay? Now, let's talk about how you calculate periodic interest rate, because it's important, because APR is nice, but you need to focus in on what's called the periodic interest rate. So let's say you have something with a 16% APR. And most everything that you deal with in your lifetime, whether it's investments or whether it's bills, is compounded what? No, you don't pay bills annually.
Monthly.
That's right, you pay bills monthly. Okay? You pay bills monthly. So, my periodic interest rate would be 16% divided by 12. Well, 16 divided by 12 is 1.33 repeating percent. 1.33 repeating as a percent is 0.0133 repeating, correct? And that's what you want to focus in on. We're going to use the decimals throughout this, okay? Just like you had to do for homework last night. If it rose 2%, it would be 1.02, okay? Got it there, Sunshine? Okay. You awake back there, Sunshine? Yeah. Okay. All right. Compounded daily. Compounded daily. Will be 16 divided by 365, which is 0.0438%. Okay? If you go to your calculator and you put 16 divided by 365, you get 0.0438%. What would that be as a decimal?
0.00.
That's right, it's 0.00438.
3 zeros.
1, 2, 3, good catch. It is 3 zeros. Okay? 0.000438. Remember, to make a percent a decimal, you move the decimal 2 places to the what?
Left.
To the left, good. Compounded quarterly. Now, some things are compounded quarterly. The government is one that really lives off of quarters. And that the government has what's called a fiscal year. The government's fiscal year goes from October 1 to September 30th. The fiscal year for the government is not January 1 to December 31st. It starts October 1. And government lives off of quarterly budgets, okay? Well, if this was a 16% and APR and it was compounded quarterly, then the periodic interest rate would be 4% or 0.04. Or 0.04. Okay? So everybody understand how to calculate the periodic interest rate. Just basically take your APR divided by the number of times it's compounded. Again, the world that we live in, that you all live in, 99% of everything you deal with is compounded monthly. Okay? All right. Now, next. I want to take a short, quick second and talk about investments. All right, investments. Now, investments again is what? Money what? Earned. It's money earned. And basically, it's money earned where you will deposit. I invest a certain amount, and typically it's what's called a monthly investment. All right, a monthly investment. And money earned. Jim Bob, how do you earn money? Well, you're investing, but what are you earning?
Interest.
You're earning interest is one way to earn. All right, interest. Okay? Now, I don't want to get too deep into the world of investments. Okay? But what I do want to tell you about investments is there's multiple kinds. 401k. What does that consist of? What is a 401k? A lot of your parents have them. That's a retirement, some type of retirement investment. Okay? What's another type of investment? We've talked about it. A lot of you all have it. Not a lot, but I'll guarantee you some of you all have it. 529. What's that? That's a college fund investment. Okay, a college fund investment.
Where they got these?
What's another type of investment that some of you all have? It's a simple one. It's called a what account? Savings account. A savings account is an investment because you're earning interest in your savings account. Okay? Now, you're not gonna earn a ton of money, but you know, you're earning money. So hopefully, what you do is, you know, you have a savings account and a checking account. You leave the majority of your money into what? Savings account, and then you withdraw and transfer it over to your checking account when you need to pay a bill or something. But you leave it in your savings account for it to earn interest. Okay? Now, again, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds here about investments, because to be honest with you, I'm not an expert on 401 and 529s. But what I do want to tell you is start early. Start early. You're going to hear this over and over. Start early in investing. The reason I say start early is this. When you're 25 years old, and trust me, 25 years is going to be here before you know it. When you're 25 years old, start investing in your retirement then. Don't wait till you're 50 years old to start worrying about your retirement, your 401k. Don't start waiting until your child is 15 years old to start worrying about a 529 college fund. Start when the child is born. What?
Retirement funds, you have to like set them up, they don't take them out like directly, right?
No, they'll take them out directly. Okay?
Oh, right out of your paychecks?
Right out of your paycheck.
Payroll or whatever?
Right out of your payroll.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I say start early because this is why you start early. If you're 25 years old, and let's say you start out, you know, I don't know, you got a $60,000 a year job. Okay? $60,000 is not a lot of money. Okay, you're not going to be rich by any means. $60,000, you're also not going to be poor. Okay, so I picked a number that's kind of, you know, centrally located in the, you know, the middle area of a starting salary. Take every month when you start out, you know, take $50 a month or a paycheck and put it into a 401k. Do it each and every month. Do it when you start out. Or do 100. Do something. The reason why I say this is, listen, when you're 25 years old and you start making like a $50 or $100 investment, you learn to what? Live without it. And then you're like my wife is, in that she's making that investment monthly and she doesn't even notice it. It's already taken out of her check and automatically deposited into a retirement fund. So it's like you've never really had it to begin with. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Okay. What?
Those numbers shoot up too.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, no, I mean, you're gonna, you know,
Yeah.
depending on the investments, depending on the type of money you're gonna make, okay, and then you got, you know, sharp, you know, people on Wall Street, you know, that hopefully know how to add and subtract and multiply and divide, and, you know. But you learn to live without it, okay? What?
Does it build up more money by setting a 401k up instead of just taking the money out yourself and putting it in like a bank account?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's a factor
well,
in inflation.
well, yeah, I mean, when, I'll just give you an example, I'll just personalize it, okay? When I take money out of my paycheck, now I'm gonna tell you how much I put in, let's say I put in $100, okay? Each paycheck. So let's say I'm depositing $100 into my retirement fund. What that $100 goes to, okay, it goes to my investment. Who's in charge of my investments is Lincoln Financial or USAA. Lincoln Financial is a big investment company. USAA is a big investment company. But let's say it's Lincoln Financial Group. They'll take that $100 and then they're going to invest that. They're going to invest that into multiple things. Primarily, they're going to invest it in the stock market. And then I can control my 401k. And then I can tell my people that I'm sending my money to whether I want to take that money I'm investing and I want to put it in something risky, that's a risky investment, but a risky investment might make back a lot of money. Or I can be conservative. I can put it into known quantities that I know is always going to make money. Disney, always going to make money. Pepsi, which a lot of people don't know, Pepsi owns what? No, they don't own Coca-Cola. Did you just say that? I might have to erase that from the video. Okay, Pepsi doesn't own Coca-Cola. They own Frito-Lay. Pepsi owns Frito-Lay. Like all those Frito-Lay chips, Lay's chips,
They own Dr.
Pepsi owns that. Okay, well, yeah, they own multiple soft drinks, but they don't own Coca-Cola. Okay. Oh, Lord. But, so there's investments like that, Disney, Pepsi, you know, that are known quantities that you're always gonna make money off of, okay? But then there's also companies that, you know, are risky investments, but the payoff on the end might be pretty good. One right now is solar panel companies. All right? Is solar panels going to be a huge wave of the future? Who knows? Now, you see more solar panels now than you saw 10 years ago, but is it going to be a wave of the future, or is something else, electricity, going to come along that bumps solar panels right out the window? Okay? So you can be conservative, or you can be risky. But most people, they're a combination of both. They'll tell their people that invest their money, you know, hey, I want to put 80% of my money in conservative investments and 20% in risky investments. But that's up to you, how you tell your investor how you want to do it. Or you can follow the old E-Trade, and you can take the money and you can do it yourself. Okay? Now, you know, we have teachers here in the school that they watch the stock market and watch their investments on a daily basis because they're interested in that. I don't do that. Okay? Like 529, my daughter's 529 that I deposited money in. Okay, it's made good money over the life of the investment, but I didn't sit there and watch the stock market. I'm up 400 points today and down 200 points now. But I know over the lifespan that I was going to make money. Okay, but the thing I want to hit home about investments is start early, because you're all going to live on a monthly budget. You know, you